We've turned the American dream into a chamber of looting. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of adjustment mentally.
At the moment, even in Australia, the media is preparing for the first anniversary of the attacks in a couple of weeks from now. Can you give me a sense of what's happening in the United States? How is the American media preparing to sort of commemorate the first anniversary of the September 11th attack?
You would never believe it. It's so insane. I mean, it's a frantic publicity. Every day on television, the president's on TV at least once a day. And celebrations of the dead, the Patriots, exposés on Al-Qaeda. It's just relentless. It's like 25 hours a day of just how tragic it was and how patriotic it was and how much we have to get back at these dirty little swine. And I wouldn't be at all surprised for, I mean, as hideous and dumb as it sounds, an invasion of Iraq on September 11th. Yeah, I'll go out and take a long shot bet on that.
That you think that the occasion might actually be used as a way of using that popular fervour or that popular patriotism as an appropriate date to launch an invasion?
Well, it seems like that to me because that's their only power base, really, is that frenzy of patriotism. And if a revenge strike, Uncle Sam gets even, if that's going to work at all, there'd be no time it would work better when everybody in the country is cranked up into emotional frenzies. I found myself getting a little teary-eyed last night watching some CNN special. Anita was crying. Yeah, this reminds me exactly of the month after the attack, when it was just drum roll after another. And there is some opposition now, popping up in this country. A lot of it. High-level opposition.
Look, I'd like to come to the opposition in just a moment, but just on your arguments about what would seem to be the manipulation by the media of popular sentiment, at the moment, what do you think the leading media outlets should be doing? Because obviously there is deep feeling within the American community about the attack and the aftermath of the attack, which it would seem to me that the media is obviously going to pick up on. But how do they represent that feeling without manipulating it for some other less noble purpose?
Well, the way that grief has been manipulated here and turned into a platform for revenge on who? Osama bin Laden? I wrote on the day after that thing occurred that he was probably dead. And it was published. I read a column for ESPN.com and Sports Thing. And, to just assume that first it was Osama bin Laden, and then it was Saddam Hussein. It may be that the secret police and the great intelligence operations of America are so much smarter than we are, and know so much more than we are, and are so much more responsible and effective than we are. That's possible, I suppose. I don't think it's not possible to me, but in theory. But in fact, all these agencies have been embarrassed, have been proven to be buffoons and liars. Was it some FBI agent that lost 700 guns in 2 years? So these agencies are riddled with corruption, and it's an unwillingness to challenge the word of authority. That is, you'd think, or the old myth, as the myth goes, an un-American way to lean back and be a sheep and act like a good German. And it's this unwillingness to question authority that I believe is at the root of this over here.
So you would see, Hunter S. Thompson, that in recent years there's been a failure to challenge authority. So the media is actually buying the government line far too readily. And
no, there haven't been much challenging of authority for quite a while. And this president here, this little bastard, is just a creature of his father, and the Reagan brain trust. And a lot of those people came out of Nixon. This is really like the rebirth of Richard Nixon, or Nixon lives. But these people make Nixon look like a liberal.
That you would argue that George Bush Jr. makes Richard Nixon seem like a liberal, which is a startling admission from you because of the caustic way that you've previously described Richard Nixon.
Yeah, that shocked me when I said it, but yeah, I'll stick with that. In terms of just a programmatic, mean, greedy, tunnel-visioned looter, will make Nixon look like a statesman.
Now, Nixon, of course, was brought undone by the actions of